Okay.
Good evening. The time is 6:30 p.m. and the Louisville Planning and Zone Commission meeting of October 6, 2015 is now called to order, and there is a quorum present. First item is approval of the minutes of the September 15th, 2015 meeting. If there's no addition or corrections, may I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Kristen to approve.
Second.
Seconded by Mary Ellen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Agenda item 3, we will read items 3A and 3B together and vote on them together. And then we'll read item 3C separately. So item 3A is the final plat of Wayne Ferguson Plaza addition. It's lots 1 through 3, Block A. It is a 2.463 acre tract. It is zoned PU, public use, and Old Town Center Business District, OTC, located on the northeast corner of Main Street and Charles. Item 3B is the final plat of Discovery at the Realm Edition, Phase 1, lots 2R-1 and 2R-2, Block A. It is a 2.257 acre tract designated Multifamily 3, MF3, located in the southeast quadrant of Standridge Drive and Windhaven Parkway. Mary?
Good evening, Commissioners. There are no variances requested, and staff would recommend approval.
Okay. Commissioners, questions, concerns, items?
No.
Okay, at this time, we'll open up a public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak on either A or B may come forward, sign in, and state your name. All right, having no one come forward, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, thoughts, concerns, comments? If not, may I have a motion?
Make a motion to approve A and B as presented.
Motion by Alvin to approve or recommend approval on A and B as presented.
Second.
Seconded by Steve. All those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 3C. Okay. We have one member to excuse for this one. Item 3C is the preliminary plat of DCT Waters Ridge Edition, lots 1 and 2, Block A. It is a 19.912 acre tract. It is zoned light industrial L1. It's located in the southwest quadrant of Bennett Lane and Ridgeview Drive. Mary?
Commissioners, this is a preliminary plat. We will see a final plat coming shortly. And staff would recommend approval of the preliminary plat as presented.
Okay, thank you. Commissioners?
Were there any variances? No. Okay.
Okay, at this time, we'll open up the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to address this issue, please come forward, state your name, and sign in. All right, having no one come forward, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, comments, questions?
No.
All right, may I have a motion on item 3C?
I'll make a motion to approve 3C as presented.
Okay, motion by Mary Ellen,
Second.
seconded by Kristen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We'll wait a second till we get our other member back. Agenda item 4 is a regular hearing. It's consideration of the final plat, development plan, excuse me, and project plan for the Hills of Vista Ridge, Phase 2. It's 11.703 acre tract. It is out of the BBB and CRR survey, abstract number 1457, and the Gilbert C. Woolsey survey, abstract number 1402. It is zoned PUD1 by ordinance 4056042014, containing 52 residential lots, 1 HOA lot, and 3 drainage and/or utility right-of-way. Located on the south side of Vista Ridge Mall Drive, approximately 200 feet west of Club Ridge Drive, as requested by JBI Partners on behalf of Pulte Homes of Texas, LP, the property owner. Mary?
Hi. Good evening, Commissioners. Plans for Phase 1 of this project, which is located just north, were approved in September of 2014. The subject property is Phase 2 and is also the final phase for PUD 1. The project will contain 52 residential lots, 1 open space lot, and 3 drainage and/or right-of-way, utility rights-of-way lots. As per the PUD requirements, there is a final plat, a development plan, and a project plan. There will be a total of 52 detached residences with a minimum home size of 2,000 square feet. There is a provision of 12 homes in either Phase 1 or 2, or a combination thereof, to be allowed to be 1,700 square feet. The minimum lot size allowed is 5,400 square feet. Grading for this site is anticipated to commence in the fall of 2015, so essentially as soon as we approve this, with utilities being installed by the end of the year. Paving will be completed by February of 2016, and the project is expected to be finished by April of 2016. The project plan shows lot 16X, Block F, which is designated as open space, will feature passive recreational elements, including a trail, park bench, wood and stone trellis structure, a grill, and picnic table. The application has submitted their CCRs with Phase 1. The plans essentially fulfill all of the requirements for the PUD, and staff would recommend approval. Do you have any questions?
What's the average home value?
I believe, I'd be guessing, but I'm guessing it's probably in the upper 2s to 3s at a
Okay.
minimum. I'm not sure.
Okay,
But I believe that was part of their PUD, was somewhere in the 300s,
okay.
in that area.
Anyone else? All right, thank you, Mary. Discussion? Concerns, questions? If not, may I have a motion on item 4A?
So move.
Motion by Alvin,
Second.
seconded by Mary Ellen to approve or recommendation, item 4A. All right, agenda item 5 is public hearing, special
vote
use
on that?
permits.
Do we need to vote on that?
No.
Okay.
Oh, didn't we vote?
No, we got a
Yeah,
second.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we need a vote. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Sorry about that. I was moving on. Item 5, public hearing for special use permits. Consideration of a special use permit, SUP, for a gasoline service station on 0.6535 acre lot, legally described as Lot 1, Block A, Orchard Hill Edition, Phase 2, located on the northwest corner of South Orchard, Old Orchard Lane and West Corporate Drive at 1892 South Orchard Lane, and is zoned local commercial LC as requested by Jewel Management LLC on behalf of B2 Orchard LLC, the property owner. This is case number SUP 2015-1010. Mary?
The subject property was built in 1999. Several years ago, it closed down. It's been vacant ever since. The applicant has purchased the property in April of this year and is looking to revitalize this corner. They're currently in the process of renovating the building on the interior. In order to allow a gasoline station, that falls under a special use permit. We've been in discussion with them to see what we can do to ameliorate this corner. Everything that's in yellow are improvements that they are proposing for the site. Landscaping will be updated. They will be adding a bunch of greenery, shrubs along the parking area on the edges. They'll be adding new trees. The exterior facade of the building will be upgraded. Currently, the facade is a combination of stucco and brick. The applicant is proposing to add some stone. So they will be adding stone to the front facade. In addition to adding stone to the front facade, looking at the actual gas canopy itself, they will be updating the canopy, and then the poles around the canopy, they're going to be adding stone to as well from top to bottom. So this gas station has 2 existing pumps, which will remain, so they can serve about 4 people at a time. They'll be adding, like I said, mountain laurel trees. They have some live oak trees. The sign and the building will have some Austin stone improvements. Another feature for this site will be the removal of an existing pole sign, and they'll be putting in a monument sign. They will be making some driveway improvements along Old Orchard to meet our driveway radii requirements. There is a driveway, so both of these driveways are currently existing. The driveway along Corporate Drive, they are proposing to remain as is. So they will be asking for a variance that staff does support. Traffic counts for this site would essentially don't dictate that they do that change. Do you have any questions?
Is the western part going to be leased as another business, or is that incorporated in the store itself?
So they'll have 3 lease sites.
Great, okay.
One will be a convenience store, and then the other 2, I think
There's a real
previously
small
it
one
was
in
like
the
a
middle.
dry cleaner and
Yeah.
a donut shop. So probably something similar
That's
to
what it was
that.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was before. It's zoned local commercial, so it can allow that type of use. I'm not sure if they already have some tenants lined up, but the applicants are here.
So when those 2 other places are rented, is there any difference in the SUP? It's all covered under the initial?
No, if they had come in and said, we just want to renovate this and take out the gas pumps, we wouldn't be here tonight. It's
Okay.
because the gas station itself requires a special use permit, and so that's why we're here. And they've agreed to make improvements to the building as well as the gas canopy features.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay, thank you, Mary. This time we'll open up the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak, please come forward, sign in, and state your name.
Good evening. My name is Yvette Kent. I'm with Jewel Management, and I'm the agent for B2 Orchard. They did purchase the property and only to enhance Louisville. They just want to bring in a couple of businesses in there and make the property look a little bit better. We've already started on the improvements. And yes, we have had some inquiries about leasing over there already on the convenience store, and we've had a couple of inquiries about the donut shop. So it could be that we'll have another donut shop in there. We just got the sign. We're able to put the for lease sign up as of this past week, and we've already started getting calls from that. So it looks like the neighborhood has been coming by, and they're interested in us doing that. So that's it.
Thank you, Yvette.
Is Texaco still the probable
It's still probable, but until we have approval from SUP, we really can't get a signature, and we can't really tie up a lease if we can't
Sure.
offer the property.
I understand.
So it is a serious probability upon approval.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? All right, if not, we'll close the public hearing at this time. Comments, anyone?
I live in the neighborhood, and I have noticed the work that they've been doing over the last few weeks. It's already improved. Sort of been a blight on that corner for a couple of years, so personally speaking, I'm glad to see this happening.
And you said exactly what I was going to. I drive by that 3 or 4
Especially
times
the
a day,
donut
so.
shop, no.
Very excited about having it filled again. And you'll see me there on lottery nights and gas night. So, any other comments? All right, this time, can I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Stephen to approve as presented,
I'll second.
seconded by Kristen. Those in favor signify aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Item B is consideration of special use permit, SUP, for an outdoor commercial amusement facility for beach volleyball. It is on a 3.19 acre lot, legally described as Lot 2, Block A, the Mac Edition, located on the south side of Continental Drive, approximately 320 feet west of South Business 121, Zone General Business GB, and is requested by Scott Stover, property owner. This is case number SUP 2015-1011. Mary?
Okay, not sure if all of you are familiar with this property. It's located on Continental Drive, adjacent to the MAC, which is essentially a gymnasium. It was subdivided recently, so the existing MAC had a field out front that they used for soccer and baseball. That property was now carved out and is scheduled to be, purchased by the volleyball group to construct this facility. What they would like to do is essentially build this facility. It has 8 courts, 4 in the north, 4 on the south. It will have wrought iron or tubular steel fencing around the perimeter. Along Continental Drive, they'll have red oaks, so that'll help screen both any type of light pollution from the facility. Interior, because it is a beach volleyball facility, to make it look like a beach volleyball facility, they're proposing some palm trees, shown in the orange there. They will be adding, there's an existing parking, 41 parking spaces on the site. They're proposing an additional 20 parking spaces. There's a building over here. Part of it will be enclosed. The rest is more of a canopy. Just gonna show you some of the architecturals. So they have a building back here. They'll have a little kitchen where they can make food. They'll have a little bar area where they can serve food and refreshments, a seating area out of the sun with some fans overhead. This will be the main entrance to the site, which is does not face Continental. It's on the western portion of the site from the parking lot. So we'll have some tubular steel fencing gates, as well as a nice stone wall in the front here. The remainder of the facility will have the tubular steel fencing with Yopon hollies and some other shrubs in between to provide some privacy as well. We did address with them concerns over parking and lighting. They are adding parking, and I believe they're working with the MAC to ensure that when they do have any type of tournament, that they aren't running at the same time. I believe according to our discussion with the volleyball people, that they usually have about 3 tournaments a year. In terms of lighting, the existing lighting on the site is closer to the street. They're going to pull that lighting back into the site and redirect it so it goes down onto the courts. In addition, they have the trees along Continental Drive, which should help obscure any type of lighting. The building itself is a 4,719 square foot building. We'll have a standing seam metal roof, top of steel beam and heavy timber truss. The exterior walls will consist of a pre-finished CMU wall, and exterior doors will have a stainless steel finish. The proposed building reflects a more modern industrial style. As I said, they'll have a large covered seating area with tables and chairs. And when we look at this facility, they have exceeded what we typically require in terms of landscaping. They provide about 50% more landscaping than a typical development would require. Do you have any questions?
Hours of operation?
Okay, so they will be running pretty much full yearly. They have spring season, February to May. They practice Monday, Thursday, 5 to 7. Summer is May, July, and they practice from 12 to 5. Fall is August to October, and they practice from 5 to 7. So they host adult leagues Monday to Thursday nights from 7 to 11 at night.
Did you receive any comments from anybody anywhere close to there?
No?
Okay.
So this is phase 1 of the project. Hopefully, if this is successful, they will have a phase 2 where I think they'll look to extend this building. So I believe they're currently located in Coppell, and this will be a new home for them.
Okay.
It's nice, somebody moving here.
The applicant is here if you have any questions.
Commissioners? No? Okay, at this time, we'll open the public hearing. Anyone that wishes to speak, please come forward, sign in, and state your name. Okay, having no one come forward, the public hearing is now closed. May I have a motion on item B?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Kristen to approve,
Second.
seconded by Mary Ellen. Those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C is consideration of an amended special use permit, SUP, request for auto, boat, and recreational vehicle sales and repair on a 6.152 acre lot legally described as Buddy Gregg Motorhome Edition, Lot 1, Block A, located at 1206 North Stemmons Freeway, zoned light industrial L1 and general business GB, as requested by 700 Days LLC, the property owner. This is case number SUP 2015-1012.
So what we have before you this evening is an amendment to the approved special use permit. The site, if you remember, is the former Buddy Gregg site, which used to sell RVs. It's been abandoned. The building has been stripped of all the copper and is in disarray. The applicant, it's currently an aggregate base building. The applicant has purchased the property. With their current SUP, they're in the process of doing all the interior remodels, so all the electrical, everything of that nature. With the recent rainstorm that we had in May, I believe the water table changed in that area. And so originally, what they were planning to do was a big metal signs out front on the front facade. With the change in the ground, they would have had to re-engineer that area. So instead of putting a certain type of pier, they were now going to have to put in bell piers to a significant cost. So they are proposing to change what the front facade of that building looks like. So where they used to have a covered area in front of the building, it will now not be covered. It's just going to be open air. And the signs that would be projecting out in this area are now have been pushed back to the existing wall. So they're not proposing any changes to the facades, so they're still going to be covering up that exposed aggregate, making it brick and stone. So this is the one change. So their sign, instead of having the big metal background with their signage on top, is going to be directly onto the building. The other change to the approved plans is this area at the back here, which is currently just a covered area. They're planning to enclose that and add that as part of their repair facility. So essentially, those are the only two changes to the plan. They exceed the amount of landscaping. They've made, in discussion with staff, they've made improvements that are going to be doing to the building. So those are the main changes for this amended SUP, is the taking down the canopy here, changing out the sign to be right on the building, and then enclosing a section back here. So they've gone ahead and added additional parking to make up for any type of parking requirements, and they would be in compliance. Do you have any questions?
How is this place impacted by the
35?
35, yeah?
They will be impacted. The final impact, we don't know yet. But a good chunk of their front area will probably be gone with the I-35 taking. I believe the project engineer estimates the property will lose a minimum of 7,200 square feet of front outdoor display. So all this display area up front here is probably going to disappear with the I-35 expansion.
So they won't be losing any parking, no? That's just a display area? And
I'm
there's
sorry?
no parking up there?
No, all
It's
this
kind of
is-
off the screen a little, but I can't really see it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
As with most car dealerships or boat dealerships, all their displays up front so that people
Okay.
driving by can see it. So, and they know that when that goes, they'll have to do adjustments. They have a lot of outside display, so.
Anything else? All right, thank you, Mary.
Oh, sorry. One last thing. After we sent out the packet, with all the other RV facilities that we've had lately, I talked to the owner of this facility and asked him if they were going to be providing
Dump?
like an RV dump station, and he said no.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah. So just to kind of cover our bases, so that in case they do decide to provide that type of service, we would like a condition to be imposed or to be added to the special use permit. And this is typical language that we've added to the other RV dump station facilities. So I'll just kind of read it to you. And so when you make your motion, you can refer to it. A separate sanitary sewer meter shall be installed at the owner or operator's sole cost to measure wastewater discharge at any RV dump stations installed on the site. Specifications for this meter shall be determined by the Public Services Department at the time of engineering site plan review. It shall be installed by state licensed plumber and tested by the city prior to acceptance. Upon acceptance, the city shall assume ownership and maintenance of the meter. The owner and/or operator's sanitary sewer bill shall be based on the property's actual discharge as measured by the sewer meter. Sanitary sewer rates shall be billed and paid in accordance with the Louisville Code of Ordinances as amended. So we would like to amend our recommendation to approve the amendments with the condition that in the future, if they decide to provide an RV dump station, that they also provide a meter as required by other RV people.
Okay, thank you, Mary. All right, this time we'll open public hearing. Anyone who wishes to speak, please come forward, sign in, and state your name. All right, having no one come forward, the public hearing is now closed. Commissioners, comments? All right, may I have a motion? We'll also include the RV dump station amendment.
I'll go for it. So I make a motion that we approve with the condition that should they install a RV dump station in the future, that they abide by the city's requirements for sanitary sewer metering as read by Mary. That work?
Very good. You were listening.
I'll second it.
Okay, seconded by Mary Ellen. Those in favor signify aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The last item is adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Moved to adjourn by Steve,
Second.
seconded by Mary Ellen. Those in favor signify aye.
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 Opposed? Meeting adjourned. And thanks for catching that earlier when